Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're here to talk about the finale of Boys Planet. Finally ended. We got our group 0 base 1. I want to talk about the rankings, who didn't make it. The finale was so long, it was 4 hours. So yeah, I just want to talk about everything. I can't believe it's finally over. We finally got our top 9. Can't wait to see what they do. Let's just talk about the whole finale and everything we went through this entire season. I can't believe this happened. This lineup was honestly so close to being perfect. 7 out of 9 of the trainees were part of my ideal lineup. So let's talk about them one by one, and we'll start from the bottom. Okay, number 9 was Yujin, and my jaw dropped when he wasn't announced in any of the top 4 spots because I really thought he was a lock for that. I really overestimated his one pick because I was like, how's he not 4? How's he not 3? How's he not in the top 2? I was like, what the heck? And like when he wasn't in the top 8, I was like, he's probably number 9 then. Like I was just so confused. I thought he was very talented. Like people love him. Like he's like one of the most loved trainees in Korea. So I really thought he had more votes. You know, I was at the edge of my seat because Park Hanbin wasn't caught yet. So I was like, oh shoot, you just probably gonna take number 9. So I was a little upset already. But it's good for Yunjin though. And y'all better not attack him. Like he's so young. Like if you're gonna be a fan of this group 0 base 1, you have to protect Yunjin from these weird people because he's literally only 15. And I'm happy he got to debut with the other Yuha boys. He has gyuvin, so yeah. I'm happy for Yunjin. I'm glad to see him in the final lap. And I'm really excited to see what he's gonna do. Like he's so young, he has so much potential. When Jiwoong was announced as number 8, I felt like that just changed the rest of my mind for the entire night. Because I was like, no one, me myself included, like I rarely ever saw him at the bottom of people's predictions. People always had him towards the top, so I was like, what the heck, how's he number 8? Like this is crazy. I feel like everybody always had him at the top, so I was like, oh, these ranks must have changed. And like that meant like a top spot wasn't gonna belong to him. That means it was gonna go somewhere else. So I was just so confused. Like my predictions were not that correct. And when they were hinting at this spot, I thought it was gunwook or Park Hanbin. Like I'm so delusional, I know, because they were like they said he was a center in the audition, and I was like, that's gunwook and Park Hanbin. So I was just like, what the heck? And when they said Jiwoong, so surprised. But Jun was someone who I really wanted in the lineup, so I was smiling, and it was so funny when he asked, "Oh wait, what's our group's name?" Because he's just like me. Because I did not love the name that much. So yeah, I feel like his future in this group, he's probably gonna be a co-leader, probably with Hanbin, because I know Kepler does like the co-leaders with Yujin and Mashiro, I'm pretty sure. So I feel like if they do co-leaders, it's probably gonna be him and Hanbin. So yeah, I'm really happy that he made it. You know, he got to re-debut because the first time didn't work out so well. So yeah, I'm happy, and he's the oldest, so that's cool. Number 7 was Gyuvin. If you guys know, Gyuvin was one of my favorites from the premiere app. Like he got a lot of screen time, and I became a fan of his. But as the show went on, I became a fan of other people. But he was always there though. I was always rooting for him to not be eliminated. And I remember like each episode he would be like, I want to get the killing part. I haven't got the killing part, and I don't think he ever got the killing part ever. So that was kind of sad. I know he had that scare in that one episode where in the interim rankings they showed him he was like number 14 or something. Like he had a big fall. I feel like ever since that, his fans have been voting for him like overtime. Like they have not been letting him slip because then he made it back into the top 9. And this time he made it to the top 9. He was above Yunjin, which is crazy because when everybody talked about those two, everybody always assumed Yujin was more popular and had more votes. So when it was Gyuvin that got atop of Yujin, I was like, what the heck? And he must have been so scared because I know he probably thought his rank just kept dropping and dropping. And like when he was crying, like I think he's the one who cried the most. Like I think he was even crying when other boys got out. So yeah, he's just really nice. When he was doing his speech, he was talking English. He's like, oh, I forgot my lines. I'm sorry. Like, I'm glad he has Yujin. He has the other Yuha boys too. There's 4 Yuha boys, which is really insane. So yeah, good for Yujin. Love him. Can't wait to see what he's like. He's probably gonna be like a rapper or a dancer in the group. And number 6, taerae. The panic voting worked, and I'm so happy that it did because we have our main vocalist of 0 base 1. Oh my gosh, you guys, when that interim ranking dropped, it was taerae and Park Hanbin at 10 11. I was like, what the heck? How's this happening? How are 2 of my favorites not in the top 9? But I'm glad taerae was able to make it back in. I'm glad people woke up and they got back in the top 9. Because I was scared. Y'all didn't vote in his brother Park Hanbin though. So I feel like we all know Taerae's probably gonna be the main vocal of this group. He has the best voice out of all the boys. So I'm very glad to see Taerae. I'm really happy for him. Okay, we're about to get into the next two shocks. Gunwook number 5. He was one of the most shocking ranks of the night. Because when he was announced as one of like the bottom rankers, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe he didn't make it. Like, I think he's going to be fighting for number 9. Because he never made it past number 9, if I'm correct, in the other rankings. So I was like, oh no. And I really like him. He was a part of my ideal lineup. I think a lot of people underestimate his one pick. Because I recently found out he has a huge fan base in Japan that's like backing him 100%. And I think a lot of other people, they didn't have him that high in their predictions. I think a lot of people were underestimating his one pick fans. Dude, Gunwook and Jellypop, what the heck? He's really one of the best all-rounders. Like, he showed it throughout the entire show, but I think Jellypop Gunwook was probably my favorite performance of his. Like, he did so good. And I'm so glad to see what he's gonna do, because I feel like he could do anything. Like, he could rap, he could dance, he could sing. Like, he could be like a sub vocalist maybe. Like, I don't know what he's gonna do. I feel like everything's available for him, so we're gonna see what he does. I'm very glad Gunwook made it, because I was very scared that he wasn't going to. So yeah, I'm very happy. Number 4, Ricky. This is probably my happiest surprise, because I really was so scared for Ricky, because he's a global trainee. Like, a lot of his votes come from global votes, so I was like, I don't know if he's gonna like be able to win that percentage over the other people that have more Korean votes. When Gunwook and Ricky got revealed back to back, I was like, what the heck? Why is everything actually working out for me? 2 of my favorites made it in. I didn't think they were going to. I thought they were both going to be fighting for rank 9, because I didn't think like they had the one pick. But I was so happy. I know Ricky fans are working overtime on Twitter. Like, they're so funny. Like, they're literally doing anything for votes on Twitter, and that was just so funny. And I'm glad there's a C line in this group. You know, Ricky and Junhyeon, they have each other. Yuha boys represent. There's 4 of them. Ricky's so famous. Like, I can't believe he made number 4. He never even made it past. I'm pretty sure his highest was 7 or 8. So yeah, I'm just so glad Ricky made it. He was like such a surprise. So happy. He's tall and handsome, young and rich. Charisma boss baby, Ricky. Okay, this is when we got to the top 3, and I was so scared here. I was sweating bullets. Like, Matthew hasn't been called yet, Sung Hanbin hasn't been called yet, Jang Hao hasn't been called yet, Han Yujin hasn't been called out yet. I was like, what the heck? I really thought, did Matthew fall? Did Jang Hao fall? Like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, I thought one of the global trainees fell, because it was making sense to me, like, oh, Matthew or Jang Hao, they probably fell because their votes are mostly global. And I knew that Matthew began to lose votes ever since that Say My Name situation. So I was like, what if Matthew fell out? Or he might be number 9. But then they said his name, and I was so happy for Matthew. Like, I know I haven't been one of the biggest Matthew fans, but I'm always gonna support him. Like, he literally came from Canada. He's been working so hard. I think he was a Cube trainee with Sung Hanbin. Like, that didn't work out for them. But now look at them, they're here together. They're gonna debut finally. And when they show his family, I'm pretty sure that's his sister from like TikTok, who like talks about him all the time. So yeah, Matthew, we chose you. I'm so glad, and I think he could cry too. So yeah, I'm very happy for Matthew. He's probably gonna be like a lead vocalist in the group. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what kind of music they're gonna make. Okay, I'm gonna combine the top 2 just because like they're so interconnected, you know, Sung Hanbin, Jang Hao, Haobin, like they're so connected, so let's just talk about them together. Okay, at this point, Yujin hasn't been called yet, so I was like, what the heck? And just to know, on Twitter, Jang Hao fans were convincing everyone Jang Hao fell. Jang Hao fell. Like, he's gonna be he got shouting like last season, like he's gonna be at the bottom, like this is not good. Like, they were convincing everybody on TikTok, on Twitter, like he fell. Like, if you're not voting for him, he's not gonna debut. And I was like, what the heck? And that's when I started thinking, what if Jang Hao's gonna be a candidate for rank 9, and what if Park Hanbin's a candidate for rank 9? Like, how are my 2 favorites gonna be going up against each other? Like, I'm gonna start crying on this stream. And I thought Jang Hao got the shouting treatment, so I was just waiting for it to be real. And then they showed him and Hanbin, and I just felt such a sigh of relief. I was like, yes, because I really wanted Sung Han and Jing Hao to be the top two, like they had been for the last couple of elimination rounds. So I was just so happy, and I basically accepted the fact that Sung Han was going to be number one. You know, like Jing Hao's never beaten, no one's ever beaten him, to be honest. So I was like, Sung Han is going to be the center. He's going to get a solo song. Like that's so good. Like I love Sung Han. Like he's such a good all rounder as well. And then it happened. When the announcer said Jing Hao, my jaw was on the floor. Honestly, I thought this was gonna be like, I thought he was pranking us. Like, what are you really telling me he finally beat Sung Han in like the most important round? I didn't even know in the moment that he was like the first ever foreign trainee to be the center for an Mnet Survivor show. So like he was making history, and when they showed Xiao Ting like clapping, like yes, like I felt like that was reparations in some sense, like from her robbery from the center. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like seeing how did it, like he started crying too. Like, I can't believe that boy with the violin from the premiere episodes finally made it to the top spot of this group. Like I was ecstatic. I was just so happy. Like this is perfect. Like he's gonna be such a good center. Like that solo song's gonna be amazing. Like it's gonna be my favorite songs. I already know. Also, did anybody catch that thing about Jing Hao kissing Sung Han's neck? I think, I don't know. I'll show a picture. You guys tell me what you guys think about that. As one of the biggest Jing Hao fans, I was so happy. I literally was smiling from ear to ear. I couldn't believe it. I honestly just couldn't believe it. I was really just convinced, like, okay, number two, that's good. Like, he's made it. I don't even care anymore. But then he got number one. I was like, let's go, let's go. Also, like, let's talk about Sung Hanbin. Like, he's so good. He's not gonna be the center, but he's still one of the best vocalists in the group. So I feel like we don't have to worry about him not getting enough lines or screen time. Like, he's still super popular. So Sung Hanbin, we love you. I think he's gonna be the leader or the co-leader along with Jiwoong, because he looks after everyone so well. Like everyone looks up to him, especially the K trainees. Like he can dance, he could sing, he looks good. Like I love this top two throughout the entire show. So well deserved. And since I already talked about number 9, we could just talk about the trainees who didn't make it. And also just want to say Jelly Pop, best performance of the night. I love the song too. I've been listening to the song, watching the performance, such a good song. Time to bring the energy down. You guys know I'm the biggest Park Hamden fan, so I was devastated, to be honest. I was just hoping like, oh, maybe rank 8, maybe rank 7, maybe rank 6. Looks like we have to wait till rank 9 because I didn't think he was going to be above that. And then when Yujin was announced, I was just like, oh no, it's over. Like I don't even know what to say, honestly. Like I thought I had a script, but I didn't even write enough in my script about him because I honestly don't know what to write. He was one of my favorites. I'm gonna keep an eye out for him because I know this can't be the end. Like he's too good to not debut. I hope some company takes him because I know Wake One, they're gonna be busy with this group. So I hope some company snipes him. Hopefully like he debuts with another trainee who didn't make it. I don't want to wait 2 years for like Taerae to come back and like maybe Wake One debuts them. Like I really hope Park Hanbin just goes somewhere and debut somewhere, goes on maybe another survival show. I don't even know, but you know I'll be there supporting him in his next endeavor. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here because I know this is not gonna be the last stage. He's gonna debut, mark my words. Let's talk about Jay. He placed 10th. He was so close. He was like right there. His fans really showed out for him because I didn't think he was gonna make it that far, because I know a lot of people don't like Jay. I know he's like very polarizing, and I think honestly in the interim ranking that they showed, like of Taerae and Sung Hanbin and Park Hanbin, I think he was probably in the top 9, but I think the panic voting probably pushed him out. But honestly, I think Jay has a bright future ahead of him. He has a really good voice, he's a really strong vocalist, and he's friends with Bomhan, and they're under the same company, and they're always talking about trainees. I feel like they're gonna debut together or something. I feel like at FM Entertainment they have something going on. He's too good of a vocalist. I feel like we're gonna see him something soon. There's a lot of hype around Jay and Bomhan, so I feel like we'll definitely see him in something like that. I know like they do events together too. I don't think this is the end for Jay. I think this is only the beginning. Keita, oh my god, this was such a surprise to me too, because I thought he had a better chance of debuting than Ricky, because Keita had the highest global votes out of all the trainees. So I was like, if someone's gonna debut, it's probably gonna be Keita and Jing Hao. But when he wasn't called, I thought he was gonna be like 5, 6, 7, but they didn't say his name. I was like, What the heck is going on? I think he just suffered from not having enough Korean backing, because most of his votes did come from global. I think he had like some of the lowest Korean votes. So I did see someone say that someone from P1, some famous guy, basically said to hit him up. So like maybe Keita will be taken care of. He's probably like the strongest rappers. So maybe he'll find a group. I think he's in a group though, 6ix9ine or something. I don't know. I'm rooting for Keita though. I hope he debuts somewhere too. I'm rooting for all the boys to do something, you know. Okay, let's talk about Hui. I'm so sad for Hui. Like, you know, seeing Yujin debut in Kepler, like, she's actually reaching like a new high in her career. Like, maybe Hui wanted to do that too, but I did hear that Pentagon has some schedules lined up in Japan, so maybe this isn't the end of Pentagon. Maybe like this is a new spark that Pentagon's gonna have. Like, maybe people are more interested in Pentagon. And I really hope they don't disband. Like, maybe one day we'll see Pentagon and zerobaseone meet each other while they're promoting at the same time, maybe at some festival or something. You know, that would be really cool. I really hope Pentagon does something. Also, I think it's really weird how people just didn't want Hui in the group just because he's like older. Like, who cares about that? Like, I can't believe people were like, I'm not gonna vote for Hui because he's like 29. Like, who cares? I did not even think about that for 1 second. Like, who even cares about that age part? There's other trainees like Sumo. He has such a good voice. Hopefully he'll find some work or something. Jonghyeon. He's such a good all-rounder. Like, he's such a good rapper. And he showcased that he could sing too. So I'm really sad that he didn't make it. He was in my ideal lineup. I really liked him at the end of the show. So yeah, maybe he'll find something too. Kamden, he was so funny. Like, his facial reactions. Kamden, I don't know what's gonna happen with him. I don't even know what company he comes from. Is he an individual? Like, he's by himself? I don't know. We'll see. Jongwoo, good leader, good dancer, good choreographer. Hopefully he gets something. Junhyeon, that one really hurt because he's so funny. I feel like he gets along with the boys the best. I really hope he gets something. Like, I hope maybe he'll re-debut with Park Hanbin. You know, I really hope some company gets him. Some of these other boys didn't debut, and like they just debut a new group. That would be like my ideal thing. Like, a bunch of the boys who didn't debut just come together and make an all-star group. You know, that would be so cool. They have so much talent. I hope all of these boys just get scouted and get some jobs, debut. I could definitely keep an eye out for them, see if they receive anything after this. So yeah, that was Boys Planet. That's zerobaseone. I can't believe it. I wonder what their songs are gonna sound like, how the group's gonna look like. Like, I'm so excited. Like, when are they gonna debut? Probably within 2 months, right? Have to keep the hype going. But you guys know I'm gonna be right here supporting them. This group does have my backing because they do have a bunch of my favorites. Besides not having Park Hanbin, honestly, Park Hanbin was there. Perfect lineup. If he took I'm not even gonna say what spots. If he just took a spot from someone, this would be my ideal final lineup. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what zerobaseone does. I haven't seen the reaction from that many people. Like, I feel like most people are saying positive things about zerobaseone. I think most people are happy with that lineup, and so am I. I'm really happy with it. Besides Park Hanbin. So yeah, tell me what you guys saw about the lineup. I'm really interested to see what you guys think about it. What you guys think about the trainings that didn't make it. I really hope they update us and see what they're gonna do. So yeah, let me know. I can't believe this is the end of Boys Planet. 3 months. 3 months or so. Almost 4 months. So yeah, let me know down below. Like the video, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. So yeah, see y'all later.